Welcome to another episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and I'm joined by my buddy Matt,
What up?
and I'm joined by my buddy Eli.
Yo.
And we're missing our boy Freddie today, obligations, I guess. But yeah, another week, no Freddie. We're sad, but got to move on anyway. How we doing, y'all?
I'm good.
Can't complain, living life.
Good, yes. Thanks. It's Thanksgiving week yet. Thanksgiving week, so we're gonna have just y'all gonna have some time off, so just relax, or y'all gonna just still be busy?
Nah, definitely gonna relax.
Oh, exactly. I promise. I'm so excited. Oh man. What about you, Eli? You gonna stay home or relax?
We'll see. Hopefully.
Oh, you never know these days, man. You never know. But yeah, we're gonna move straight
Wait,
into.
wait, wait. How you
Oh,
doing before we move on, dog? We ain't get
uh,
to ask you.
I'm probably gonna go visit some my grandparents. So it'll be yeah, probably go take a day down there and just relax and see everybody and have a good time, I guess. You know how
Nice.
family and Thanksgiving is. You never
Yep.
know until you get there, right?
Yep.
Um,
Exactly.
but
Mm-hmm.
it should be good. Shouldn't be many problems in my opinion. Um, but yeah, we're gonna move on into our trending topics for today. Not many, but still got to get them out. First trending topic of the day is Chris Carson, running back for the Seattle Seahawks, is out for the rest of the season due to a neck surgery he just had. Seahawks are just bad. I've said it at the beginning of this, before the season even started. I said Seahawks were going to be bad, and them losing Chris Carson just doesn't help at all. But yeah, I just can. What's the
I
problem
mean,
for Seattle?
even having him would have made a difference. Either
Dude,
they still bad.
Yeah,
their
what?
their defense is awful. Their O line's been bad for multiple years, and
Yeah,
Pete Carroll has done nothing to
yeah.
fix it. Um, it'll be interesting if they move on from him or not. I don't think they will, but it'd be a surprise if they moved on from Pete Carroll this year.
Oh, Pete. I think you're talking about Chris Carson. Pete Carroll.
I'm talking about Pete
Wow,
Carroll. I think I think he might be the problem. That's just me because there's they don't have draft picks either.
he's very
They're
content on where he is. Like it
yeah,
looks
and
like
it's
there's
like
no moving. Yeah,
they don't have anything to build off. Like they
yeah,
do technically, you could say, but they don't have anything. Like they don't have draft picks. They don't really have that much salary cap.
yeah,
Like I mean, if they had their first round pick, it would have been maybe is it like sixth or seventh right now? And
yeah.
now it's the Jets pick because of the Jamal Adams trade. So look how that's turning out for him.
I mean, do you move away from Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson this season and like start rebuilding? Is that where
um,
is that where they are?
I think you can move away from Pete Carroll. I don't. It's gonna be way too hard to get rid of Russ because he is the team.
Yeah,
Like he's the reason why they're always good.
but he's wanted to
Um,
leave for like almost 2 seasons now. So I mean, we'll see. I
maybe.
personally, I think it'd be funny or not funny, interesting if they do get like ship Pete Carroll away. I don't think they will, just because of how long he's been there and what he's accomplished. Granted, it
Yeah,
was
exactly.
4 or 5 years ago, but like still, you can't just sit in a place of okay, we suck and we're gonna stay sucking. Like no, you gotta do something. You gotta fix something, Pete, and hopefully he can find out what the problem is and have a good offseason, but doubt it.
Yeah.
Um, Next trending topic: Khalil Mack out for season after a foot surgery this week. Um, Sucks to see that Bears team struggle somewhere, right? I
Yeah, that's a
mean,
blow. That's a huge blow to their team. I mean,
yeah,
that's their best player.
for sure.
So
And now he is out. Um, so generally, I don't know, man.
I mean, you could blame the coaching.
Yeah,
You could
that's what I'm
blame
blaming.
because Matt Nagy could get fired this season. I don't know when though,
He has to.
and
But
I think they need to.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what's funny. It's crazy because he won the Coach of the Year a couple years ago.
yeah. I mean, when they I think they were 10-6, and they went to the playoffs or
That's
something.
when was that the double doink year?
Yes, that was the double year where Trubisky led them to the playoffs. That's it makes me laugh that like these coaches. I don't know if it's just them not being able to like not change up their schemes after 5 years or whatever. But like how did you go from being a coach of the year
Playoff team. Hmm.
to now one of the worst teams in the NFL? Like I don't know.
Things change, man. I mean, I don't know. You got to account for everybody, and everyone's getting older, and like
Yeah,
yeah, Khalil Mack's been going back to him. He's been so dominant his whole career, and he's still
yeah.
like a top defensive player when he's healthy.
But
But now with this injury, you worry if they keep adding on, and he
yeah,
potentially isn't what he was.
yeah. I mean, and
So
that's what usually sucks when it comes to these like NFL players. It's like, they'll be good for 3 to 6 seasons, and then year 6 or year 5, you pick up an ankle injury, you pick up a shoulder injury, you pick up a concussion. Like those things really start to
it's
hurt
a
the
oh
body.
yeah, it's
And
just so brutal.
oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
I mean, is the average like span for an NFL player like 4 years maybe?
Oh, I mean, prime is
Like
probably 4 years, yes. But when it comes, yeah, I mean, you rarely see players stay around and stay good for so long.
exactly.
And so I think that's even though I hate to bring his name up, that's why Tom Brady is so good, is because he has been so good for 15 years, is it? 15, 16 years now? Like, I don't know.
No, like 20, right?
Oh yeah. I forgot about the extra 5 that he's decided to play with. Um, but it's
Because
just crazy, man. Like Khalil Mack, I think that team's gonna have to like be rebuilt with a new head coach this offseason. The Bears. Um,
I mean, they kind of are starting the rebuild,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
getting a new QB. Um, fix up that O line. That O line is still awful.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, they had a
again,
game
yeah,
in their they had a game in their hand this week and lost to the Ravens. I mean, that's just poor coaching right
without
there.
Lamar. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of those games you have to win. But we'll talk about that more in a bit. And then the last trending topic we have today, Jason Garrett, offense coordinator for the Giants, is fired today after stinking it up last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, he wasn't good in Dallas. Let's be real, he wasn't, and
No,
he's
I
not
mean,
good.
yeah, no, he wasn't. He was average.
Yeah, and he's not good now. I mean, he led Dallas to one playoff game and lost that. So it's like no good right now for Jason Garrett. But I think he said that Freddie Kitchens was going to be taking over. Former Browns head coach is going to be taking over
Oh, God,
those play
I
calling
feel bad.
for him, which isn't even better. So I don't know. The Giants
I
need to
mean,
really,
I will say Freddie Kitchens did improve the offense
yeah,
for the Browns, but they were still bad. And now what sucks is Daniel Jones is probably definitely going to be gone
yeah,
because he has to deal with another coordinator, and that takes it could take years just to like process and understand a whole playbook.
for
And
sure.
like the problem with Daniel Jones is he's had multiple coach offensive coordinators throughout his whole career, so like he has to switch everything up, like all the cadences and all that's different. So
Yeah,
like it's just gonna make his growth development longer, which sucks because I actually think Daniel Jones has some potential. Like he's actually been having a pretty good year.
yeah.
So
I mean, and it sucks that at the end of the day, we know who's going to get the blame, the quarterback.
oh yeah,
And so it sucks that he has so much potential. Let's be real. But he
but
can't. But he
dude,
can't.
those play calls. I know this isn't Daniel Jones' fault, but good lord, I mean there was
Oh
a
yeah,
play last night where Garrett had three of the receivers running into each other. I'm like,
yeah.
dude,
Oh, I
what are
saw
you
it.
doing?
It's like, what do you? I turned the game off because that offense was so bad. I literally turned it off and was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not watching this anymore. This is just terrible. I it, it's
So
it's crazy, man. But maybe Freddie Kitchens can do better. We'll just have to
hopefully,
wait.
I
Oh
doubt
yeah,
it though.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're gonna move on into the first game of the week. Patriots and the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. This one was hilarious.
Ugly.
This game really
Disgrace.
it showed how bad Atlanta actually was. Their offensive line is terrible. Like they couldn't block anybody. Matt Ryan was running for his life. And it shows that, like, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, like, who was the worst veteran quarterback? And I said Matt Ryan, but it might be Big Ben, like you said. Ben is he was terrible the other night, and he just wasn't finding reads. He was overthrowing and underthrowing players, but Matt Ryan just doesn't have time. And
terrible. Wait. I won't say Big Ben played terrible.
He played bad. He played bad.
He didn't play terrible. That's one of his best games so far that I've seen. He just couldn't finish it. They lost because he just couldn't finish it in the fourth quarter.
It was, the whole game, honestly. He was just not making.
I mean, he came back,
reads.
didn't he? He came
Defense,
back.
I mean, if it wasn't for his
back.
defense, he
Exactly.
had great field position.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 5 yards to get a touchdown. Come on, you better get a touchdown. And the only reason that happened is because they got because they went for it on fourth down and a flag was thrown. That's the only reason they got it. The pass interference call was thrown.
Okay. Well,
we'll
back
talk
on
about
that
yeah,
game, though.
yeah, but Matt Ryan just doesn't have any time in the pocket to do anything.
They double team Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Ridley's still out. He might not be back. We don't know. I don't see why he would come back right now.
No,
because there's not really a point.
He's getting beat up.
So he should focus on his mental health still. New England is looking pretty damn good, though. I mean,
looking at like some I hate to say it, playoff favorites right now for me.
I was just about to say the same thing. They looking a little playoff favorites.
They're good, but they're not my favorites because Mac Jones is still a rookie. Don't get me wrong; it's Bill Belichick's offense, but
I get it. I know you
need that veteran leadership.
I know you are not on that fan of the rookie quarterbacks, but I think when you look at these rookie quarterbacks, there's one thing in particular that comes to my mind. It's how who was he coached by before? Nick Saban. Now he's being coached by Bill Belichick. Like, two
of the greatest coaches ever.
These aren't like two scrubs coaching this kid. Like, these are two of the goats for one. And I think with them having a really good, their defense is finding a way. Like, they're killing it right now. Picking off the Atlanta, 5 times this past week? 4 times. 4 times. Because there was 2 from Matt Ryan and then 1 from from Josh Rosen and the other guy who came in.
Yeah, 4 times.
2 picks and each was 1.
Yeah, and so it's like, that's crazy. Like, this team, Patriots, can do it all. Well, they're doing it all right now. And what's so funny is a couple weeks ago we were saying, man, Patriots right now are sitting at like number 3 in the AFC West. East. They're number 1 over the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And that team just doesn't. This team just doesn't give up. And I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking watching Patriots football.
And what's good is Mac Jones, there's like no other QB besides Mac Jones that could run that New England offense. Like,
exactly.
Be on it.
Yep.
Like, that was literally a perfect recipe for Belichick.
Yep.
And even if they got Fields or Trey Lance or probably those 2 potentially, they wouldn't be as good. I think it'd be like a situation with Cam there. Cam was good for the beginning, but then he got COVID. And also, he just does not fit that Patriots team at all.
And I think,
period.
I think it's because Belichick there's 2 reasons for that. I think one, because Belichick just the way his offense is ran, it's like, I need somebody to sit in the pocket and make reads. Cam isn't that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cam isn't that, for one. And for 2, I think Cam is just not disciplined enough to be in New England.
Yeah.
I mean, New England's a very discipline-heavy team. Like, no egos. It's their way or the highway, and that's why they cut Cam, for 1. And for 2, for 3 now. I think another point. Like, Mac Jones just adds something to that team where it's like, Belichick never had a quarterback who could get out of the pocket and run for like 15 to 20 yards. Mac Jones can do that. I mean, he's not the fastest in the world, but he can be mobile in the pocket. And that's what and I think that just adds a lot more to him. to him and that offense. So
Yeah, I must say.
I mean, I have one question. Like, how far can this Patriots team go?
I can give them to the second round.
I'd probably say up to there. I don't think they're gonna make the championship,
Yeah,
the
no.
AFC championship, or
Well,
even the
we
Super
never
Bowl.
know, but no.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
would be shocked if they made it to farther
Yeah, I'll
than
be
the
shocked
second
too.
round.
But yeah, second round.
Okay, so right now they would have to play. I mean, right now they're sitting at third. They would play. Ravens will play Bills. Chargers would play the Patriots.
And they'll beat the
Yeah,
Chargers.
they
They'll
could
beat the
win that.
Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They beat the Chargers.
And then who would they potentially play if they win that game, the Chargers game?
I think they'd play. Let me see. Because what?
What are the seeds? Is it like third and sixth or something? The
So
third
third,
seed and the sixth seed?
yeah, third and sixth right now. I think they would play probably Tennessee.
They could probably beat the Titans
That's
too.
an interesting one too.
How about I
Yeah.
say they could probably beat the Titans too.
Hey,
Derrick Henry out for the whole season too.
I think you should really take a
I
look.
think he could come back in the playoffs though.
Yeah, no, I think 6 weeks, and I think he's like 2 weeks away, 2 or 3 weeks away from that.
Yeah.
So I think he will be eligible to come back before the end of the season, but I think they're gonna probably just sit and let him rest for a majority of that time.
Yeah.
If they're in the playoffs, I feel like that you have to start him.
No, I'm talking about like before the playoffs. Like the rest of the
obviously.
season. Yeah, regular season.
Mhm.
Regular season. But I do think they start him come the playoffs. They have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, this team, but depending on seeding, like I think they could beat the Bengals. I think they could beat the Chargers. If the Bills play like they did yesterday, I think they could beat the Bills.
Chiefs would be interesting. They've looked pretty
good. They look like a team that could beat anybody right now, because I think don't take no credit away from Mac Jones. I think that defense looks outstanding. So I listen. Fool me. I mean, I might be wrong or not, but this team could make some noise in the playoffs. Yeah, so that's my bottom line for that one. But I'm gonna move on to the next game, which I really don't want to talk about. The Saints and the Eagles. I'll start, I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been saying this for weeks now. Offense, our Saints offense sucks. It's not good. Don't know how we beat the Patriots, but generally we don't. I mean, not the Patriots. What team is that?
The Bucs.
The Bucs the other week. Don't know how we beat the Bucs. But you know what this Saints team reminds me of? Remember whenever Brady left the Patriots, right? And the Patriots just didn't know what they were doing without a quarterback. That's what the Saints teams remind me of. Like, we're so bad, and our defense is still like decent that we're gonna win 5 games, but at the same time we have no quarterback to help us put games away or even stay into games, because we had to fight back in the fourth quarter for the past 3 games, and we lose 2 of the last 3, which doesn't make sense to me. But they look like the Patriots, and so I feel like the Saints are like just one quarterback away from being good. But here's a question for you: is this Eagles team and this Eagles game a fluke, or do they actually genuinely look good?
I wouldn't say they genuinely look good, but I will say they're trying to get there so they can make it to the wild card at least.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts has been really good.
Yeah, they've been playing really good the past couple games.
And establishing the run game. I mean, he had 3 rushing touchdowns.
And that's what you talked about too, Matt. You said they just need a good run game, and then they could probably do something.
I mean, it's funny. It's like passing, he's like not it. Like he's 50. Like
he's all right. I mean, he's not having a terrible passing season.
No, he's a little under 50% for this game anyway. 147 yards, no passing tubs, but he had 18 like carries, 69 yards, 3 tubs. Like, that's good, I guess, but at the same time, as long as they are able to, as long as he's able to do the bare minimum as a quarterback, I think he'll be fine. But if he can't do that, then I think you're gonna have to watch out for him. a couple weeks ago you said, Matt, that they're going to be moving on from Jalen Hurts. Do you still feel like that?
Not now, because they've actually started to look a lot better, and they can make a push because their schedule coming up is honestly not that hard. I think they play the Giants twice.
Oh,
Washington twice again.
they're currently sitting at ninth on the ninth seed right now. So
they play the Giants, the Jets,
Washington,
the Giants again, and Washington again.
I think Washington can win.
That's
both
the Eagles
games.
roster?
That's the Eagles schedule coming up.
They might make it to the wild card. Yeah.
The only teams I could see them losing to is Washington, and that's probably it.
I would say, listen, Washington over. I would probably, because what does Washington have? I would probably seed Washington higher than the Eagles. I think Washington's a good team right now, and they're like pulling into the train station like flying because they just beat Carolina this week and they beat Tampa last week. I think they probably have the Saints.
They play Seattle this week.
Yes. Let's see what else they have. Seattle, and then they also have the Raiders, who they can beat because the Raiders are done. Dallas, Eagles, Cowboys.
Maybe not.
They got Dallas twice, Eagles
I don't
twice.
think they'll beat Dallas.
Eagles twice, and then they have the Giants. So it's funny they saved a lot of the division games this year to like the end.
Yeah.
That's
so
nuts.
I don't think they can beat the Cowboys. I think they can split with the Eagles.
You don't think they can beat Dallas at all?
No.
I think they can split. I think they'll split.
Because Dallas has only been good against 500 or under 500 teams. They haven't beaten a good team.
Yeah. Oh, listen, you don't got to tell me that. I know this Dallas team is a fluke. You don't got to tell me that.
Oh, you stupid.
Listen, I don't get blinded by the Cowboys coattail. I know they're terrible.
Cowboy fans.
Yeah. Oh, they're even worse. We don't got to bring them up. It's funny is like the Eagles are a rebuilding team that are winning games.
Yeah, it's weird.
You never really see that, man. And it's so funny.
And their defenses look really good.
Yeah, they held the Saints to 0 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second quarter, 0 points in the third quarter.
And another fourth quarter game for y'all.
Well, no, I mean it's trash time. Nobody's playing football.
It's trash time. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's crap. I'm not even gonna look at that.
It was 33-19 in the fourth quarter.
That's trash. It was going into the third quarter. It was 33-7.
I'm saying the reason why I was saying another fourth quarter game from y'all was because like the past games y'all been down, y'all haven't been scoring or been scoreless, and the first half and the second half y'all just come out big in fourth quarter.
Well, we scored 0 in the third. We're a bunch of bums. We're pathetic right now watching. Like I'm just extremely disappointed with the Saints team. Hopefully we can do something. Something. I don't really care what we do, but
that's all you can say is something.
I mean, we play Buffalo this week.
Buffalo do you think they can keep that wild card spot?
Saints?
Yeah. I mean, who the Saints playing?
Hold on. Let me look.
Right now, y'all on a 3-game losing streak.
Believe me, we're about to be on 4 after we play the Bills this week.
And y'all got the Cowboys next.
So they play Buffalo, Dallas, the Jets, Tampa
win.
Bay, Miami, Carolina.
And then Atlanta at the last game of the
division games is tough for y'all.
Let me explain something to you. I think so I have a bet going right now, $40 bet that the Saints will get 7 wins. As long as the Saints get 7 wins this season, I could care less what happens. Do I think we'll make the playoffs? No, I don't think. I think we miss the playoffs. Genuinely.
So I think they lose to Buffalo. I think they'll lose to Dallas.
That'll be a toss-up.
They'll beat the Jets. The Bucks will win. They'll split with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Miami, they'll win.
If we lose to Miami, I'm done. I am finished.
Carolina's a toss-up, and then they'll beat Atlanta.
Yes, I agree. So what we'll finish 1, 2, 3. 3
or 4 guarantee wins.
We'll finish 8 and 9. What a good week.
Sounds like it.
Or 9-8.
Yeah, I think 8-9 or 9-8. I'm fine with. I generally just don't care at this point. Like it's just pathetic looking at Saints football. But hopefully something happens. Hopefully they make me happy one day again. But as of now, no. But yeah, I think the Saints playoffs aspirations for this season are done.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna make it. I think San Fran or Washington will make it.
Minnesota.
But Minnesota already in, aren't they? Yeah, Minnesota's at 6 right now.
Minnesota is in.
They
Yeah.
overtook y'all.
Yeah, they're in 6. And so I think Minnesota will stay in. I think Minnesota and either the 49ers or Washington will slip in at that 7th spot. But yeah, we're gonna move on from the Saints because you can't talk about them for too long. Things start to move bad. We'll start talking about the Dolphins and the Jets.
Let's
Tua
see.
looked good.
Yeah.
Tua looked really good.
It's the Jets.
Oh,
It is,
yeah,
it
good
is the
point.
Jets.
He did
It
do
is the
pretty good.
Jets.
I mean, it's a division game, so I wouldn't say it is the Jets. I think division games don't really count as like regular record games. You never know what's going to happen with those games. Tua, what?
Yeah.
27 for 33, 273, 2 tubs. He had a pick really early really late in the first quarter, but after that he just had himself a game. So I think big up for him. Which one of these teams are gonna be good first? like in the future, who's gonna be that next team that's gonna be it?
I see Dolphins have more potential than the Jets.
I
was gonna say the Jets low key
I'd say neither because they're both in that
because they have
division.
so much draft capital right now.
Yeah.
And when Zach Wilson's healthy, he can be good. So they're technically making the right moves. Obviously, they still suck, and it's a long process. You can't change a team in 1 year. That's impossible. And
Yeah,
so
look at
many things
Miami.
change throughout the season. Yeah. So I think the Jets just need a better O-line, maybe another receiver. Fix up that secondary, maybe. Their linebackers aren't awful. Their front seven's actually all right. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while. I don't know how much longer until they're good, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jets are just unlucky and bad this season, like with injuries, and just with everything they got going on. Like I think their season is over, but they are just they're struggling. They had excuse me. They had who was that? Joe Flacco who started this week. Like
Flacco did all right, actually.
He did good. He did pretty all right.
He did, but like that's their third or fourth quarterback starting for this season already.
Third.
I mean, and then last week they started they played like 2 or 3 different quarterbacks.
Mike White was a joke. I don't know
He
why.
was a bum.
Hilarious.
4 interceptions, bum.
I would have rather had Flacco because Flacco's like a veteran, and I know he has like nothing, but still, I'd rather have.
And he been in the
veteran
Super
guy.
Bowl too.
Yeah. I mean, because their defense was so good, but
true.
I would say sure. Listen, Flacco. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's better than Mike White, yes, but this I think the season for both of these guys are over. I think the Dolphins are just too inconsistent, and until they figure out how to get that consistency up, they're going to be bad.
Yeah.
But I do like the Dolphins play though. They have potential to be so good, man. They have potential to be so good, but just a matter of time before they can click. And but what's so funny about the Dolphins is like they finished the season 10-6 last year. Now they're 4-7. So do you have to just do the same thing you did last season to be almost decent, but they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the Dolphins and the Jets, they're in the AFC East with the Bills and the Patriots. It's over for them. They won't see a playoff spot for a little while. Yeah, honestly.
I agree.
But yeah, next game we're gonna talk about is Washington and Carolina.
That's a game Matt need to talk about.
I'll let you start with this, Matt. These are your boys.
I'm just confused. Like So Cam Newton's first game back did really well. I will give him that.
Yeah.
Had a very good game.
Yeah, it
Made
didn't look too bad.
very little mistakes. The problem was the defense, and this team is just so inconsistent.
Yeah.
They could not stop Washington's offense at all. Like, at all. Dante Jackson looked horrible against Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
Maybe they should consider re-signing him, even though he's had a good year, but I don't know. The play calling was a little iffy, but, like, not really, because it was kind of back and forth until, like, that third and fourth quarter. But, again, it was just the defense that screwed them. That's all. That's really it. I mean,
I got a little joke to say.
Uh-oh.
what's
I
up?
feel like the Panthers is bipolar, like Charlotte was the bipolar. Like y'all
Hilarious.
pick and choose where y'all want to be good at. Like y'all good in
Yeah.
defense, y'all bad in offense. You good in offense, you bad on defense. So
Yeah.
I just like you said,
It just seems
inconsistent.
rare to have like a complete game,
Exactly. Yeah. With
because that's
Cam's
probably happened maybe like 3 times this year.
yeah, I think when you beat the Saints, yes, that's one of them. I would
Beat
say.
the Saints, beat the Cardinals, and then probably the Atlanta game, low key. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
I mean, it's funny, you know, Cam's returned back to Carolina, Riverboat Ron's returned back to Carolina. This Washington team's back-to-back wins over some really good defense. Well, some good defenses.
Good defenses, yeah.
It's funny. It's like, you know, like last week I was saying that, you know, Carolina's gonna play, you know, Washington. Or I'm a very coach at Carolina for 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. Like he knows this team inside and out.
Yeah.
Regardless of if there's like new coaches in or whatever, like you know how to beat a team. You know, Cam didn't play terrible, like we said. You know, he went 21 for 27.
27, 2 TDs.
Yeah,
3
2
TDs,
TDs.
sorry.
Yeah, with one rushing, right?
Yeah, he got a one rushing touchdown too. So
And 189. Like that's not bad at all. So I wouldn't give him.
It's pretty good, especially
much.
for not playing, like not starting in whatever. Like he hasn't really played in like 4 months.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it came back like it's nothing.
You know, it's funny.
Yep.
I think they've taken a lot of pressure off of McCaffrey. I mean, because he came back and like his numbers right now, like he's clocking in at like a total of like 120 yards a game, which before he was upwards towards 150, 160, maybe 170 some games as well. And
Yeah.
so
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure he ain't stressing that. He got Cam back,
No.
so you know.
Oh yeah. And when you have
if Cam
when
can
you have
run
a
the ball,
mobile
he can
threat
run out
like
that
him,
pocket. They don't
exactly.
need to worry about CMC running all the time.
yeah,
And that's
exactly.
that's such a deadly. That can be such a deadly like duo.
For sure.
But I don't know. I mean, technically Carolina still has a chance, but I don't. If they lose, so they play Miami and then Atlanta. So if they lose one of these games, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're gonna beat the Bills or the Bucks, and then the
Yeah.
Saints is a toss-up.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, what's good? Heineke had a really good game as well, man.
No, he had a baller game.
I mean, 16 for 20.
206, 3 TDs.
Yeah, he balled out, and then McLaurin, obviously, you know, with the quarterback for Heineke, they're becoming a good connection.
I mean, he
Here's the
balled
question.
out last game too, so he been doing good.
Is Heineke their quarterback now? Like, because who got hurt? I can't remember who got hurt. Oh,
It was Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, do they start Heineke over Fitzpatrick now? Like, is he their quarterback for the
most
future?
likely? Yeah.
Heineke's not an awful QB. He
Not
really
at all.
isn't.
Not at all.
You know what I think
agree.
they'll do? I think when Ryan comes back, they'll give Ryan a couple games, and if he don't like show that he's like up there with Heineke, they'll probably drop him and put Taylor.
I personally don't think they should though. I mean, Heineke's deserves
They
this
shouldn't,
spot.
but they are.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. I personally think he's probably going to start for the rest of the season unless he gets hurt, which I hope he doesn't. But yeah, I think this Washington team is one to look out for because I think they could beat the comp that they have to play right now, and they could easily sit in that 7th spot right now. That's what Ron Rivera really wants it. And I think this team is so dedicated and devoted to winning football games right now. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next game. Colts and the Bills.
I would say disappointment, but like I've been saying, been sticking with my Colts. So I just need my Colts to keep it up.
Listen, your Colts. I wouldn't say your Colts.
I wouldn't say my Colts, but I did say Colts is gonna make it a wild card at least for playoffs. So they
were my Super Bowl favorites, like I said.
So yeah.
But I don't
Matt
know.
been saying that. That is right.
All right, don't put me in a bubble like I was against the Colts the entire time.
You was against it.
No, I was not. I was never against the Colts. I like Carson Wentz. I like Jonathan Taylor as well. I want him to. Okay, hold on. Before we continue, Jonathan Taylor was a career game this week.
That was incredible. That was insane.
Oh my gosh, that man, he killed me.
32 carries, 185 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown as well.
Total.
Baller. Went off.
54 points on fantasy. Done killed me. Did me bad.
He got me 57.
I lost bad to that.
He got me 57.
I said this last week. He was my dark horse MVP, and now it's starting. If he can, I'm not saying he's going to put up 5 touchdowns a game, but if he can keep performing like this,
if he puts up 2,
woo-wee, that could be interesting.
Could be a good time in life, man. But Josh Allen is struggling right now. He was 21 for 35, 209 yards, 2 pass touchdowns, 2 picks as well, and went and sat for the fourth quarter. Like, what's going on with the Bills?
It's looking like the roles is changing. First it was the Chiefs, and the Bills is doing good. Now looking like the Chiefs is doing good. Now the Bills dropping. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I think they just.
Can we blame Josh Allen? Question mark.
Yeah. For some of it.
Yes
yeah.
and no.
Yeah, I think some you give him some credit for that awful win.
I think they're too pass heavy, and Freddie and I have been saying this. They need to establish a decent run game with Zach Moss and Singletary, because it's going to be so easy to predict that offense.
And that's where the 2 picks came. He needs to. That team just needs to figure out what they were doing well and do it again.
How about the defense? Is the defense crumbling, falling apart?
They just lost 40.
Definitely. That was an awful
41
game.
points this past week. Defense has to get some blame. Is this just an off game, or is this like a problem for the Bills?
This better be an off game.
I hope it's off game.
This is bad.
Patriots took the number 1 spot from them.
Yeah, now that those New England games are going to look very interesting.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, they have to play them twice now, or just one?
I think it's one more.
No, they play them twice. I think they play them in like a couple weeks.
Oh, they haven't played them before. That is right. You're right.
Yeah, I think
they play them like at the end of the year.
I mean, I think that'll split, or the Patriots could take both, because Belichick's a really good coach. And so we'll just have to see what happens. But what kills me is the fact that, the Colts they looked exceptional. Like we just said about the Panthers, what the Panthers don't do well is have their offense and defense click at the same time. Colts did that this week. Granted, they did have good field position on a couple of picks, but they played to the best of their ability. And that's what you look for out of a football team. I think the Bills need to really figure out what they're doing wrong and fix that problem now. If not, they will be sitting at home and not in the Super Bowl this season. But the Colts right now are still they're becoming favorites. They're becoming favorites right now, man.
They pushing. That's what I like to see.
That's what right now they're sitting in 9th place. Pittsburgh is out, and I think they could.
They could easily overtake Steelers, I think.
Yeah, I think the AFC is going to be a lot harder than the NFC.
Is Buffalo's schedule, or not Buffalo, the Colts schedule pretty easy coming up?
So remember, we said the Bills are going to lose. So now they got the Bucs next. They got the Texans, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Jaguars again.
1.
So the Bucs.
2.
Low key, that's a toss up.
Oh yeah. I agree.
The Texans, that's a dub.
That's a win.
Patriots,
the Patriots, toss up.
Patriots is a toss up.
Cardinals is a toss up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially if Kyler and D-Hop are back, which they
Raiders.
will be.
I think they'd beat the
Raiders will
Raiders.
win that. They'll beat
Yeah,
the
and then the
Raiders.
Jaguars.
They'll beat the Jags.
So they got
So-
3 permanent. They automatically have 3. So
that's-
they're 9
that's
and
9.
5, 9 and 8 right now.
9-8,
I
10-6.
don't think-
It
I
could
don't
be
think-
anything.
I don't think 9 and 8 gets you to the playoffs, yo.
It could be 10-6. So they got pretty much the Bucks, the Patriots, and the Cardinal games they really need.
They need at
They
least
need
one.
They need 1 or 2 at least.
They need at least one, but two will get them into the playoffs.
2 will put
for
them
sure.
in there for sure. Yeah, but
Mhm.
1 would definitely get them in the wild card.
Yeah. It's hey man, AFC is gonna be a lot harder to get into. I think the NFC will be a split spread of a bunch of trash, but I do think the AFC teams are a little bit harder. I think the AFC is gonna probably win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, honestly.
Those teams over there are just firing on all cylinders. Honestly, let's be. I'm not gonna say it. But I think the Patriots can win the Super Bowl. Hey, I know I said it. I know.
So that's a bold prediction you got.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Patriots can win it all.
Write that down.
You're leaving your Bills hanging?
No. I'm not leaving my Bills. I'm just right now my Bills are sitting at 7.
Patriots been looking really good though.
They're in the 7th seed right now, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if the Bills don't make it, Patriots are my team in the playoffs this year. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the Lions and the Browns, man. This dumpster fire as well. Baker, tell me about him.
A bum. That's what I could tell you about him.
Odell is definitely not the problem.
Thank you.
I still don't like Odell. I'm still not.
Yeah,
Odell.
you just a hater.
I'm a hater? Okay. All right.
Man threw 2 picks without Odell. Nick Chubb was even in.
Against Detroit.
He just bad.
Hey,
Exactly.
he threw like a little under 50%. A little over 50%, 179 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 picks. Even though Nick Chubb carried the ball for 22 times, 130 yards, they still
lost.
No,
not lost,
barely.
but barely won.
Barely won. But they had the ball 10 minutes longer than the Lions, and they still almost lost. Like the Browns should have lost this game. Let's be real. I think if the Lions have any known quarterback, they win the game. But it's nuts to see the Lions almost. It's their luck, man. They should have won 3 to 4 games this season. But because they are just so bad, they have lost all of them. But Swift, man, what's DeAndre Swift? He went 14 carries, 136 yards, 1 tub. Like Browns. Can the Browns make noise in the playoffs?
No.
No.
Are they even in the playoffs still?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
No, they're sitting at 10th. Wow.
Oh, they sitting in 10th?
Yeah.
I think the Ravens and the Bengals will make it over them.
Oh, for
Okay,
sure.
let me look at the
Definitely,
standings. I
definitely.
gotta look at the standings real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Ravens, Bengals, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
And it's Ravens.
Colts to take over.
Right.
Colts.
Yeah. Yes, Matt. It's Ravens,
That's
Bengals, Pittsburgh
right.
Steelers.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got Ravens back to back. Then they got the Raiders, the Packers, Browns.
This is the Browns. Okay.
They got Ravens back to back. They got the
Are you
Raiders.
serious?
They might. Yeah, they got Ravens back to back.
Why would they do that?
Because they got the
Wow.
Ravens. They
Yeah,
got
what?
Ravens this Sunday coming up, and then they got a bye week, and then they got Ravens
Oh,
again
okay.
after they come back from their bye week.
That's so trash.
That's trash. And then they got Raiders, and then they got us, the Packers, and then they got Steelers, and then Bengals. So yeah, they lost. They out. I'm sorry.
So they could probably win 2 of those games.
2 of those games I give them.
Raiders and then
Maybe the Steelers.
maybe the
That's
Ravens
okay.
if Lamar doesn't play.
That too. But nah, I think the Ravens will win.
I think Lamar will be back this week. I know he just had a cold or like a virus. He didn't have COVID. He just had it's a very high fever this past week, and so he just didn't feel good, so he didn't play. But I think he'll play next week. Honestly, the Ravens might beat him both times, which is I don't know. It's just a mess. This Browns team is just bad. Like they start off the season like hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very hot.
They
And
started
okay,
1, 2, 3. They start off 3-0, and then they lose Chargers, Cardinals. They beat the Broncos. They lose Pittsburgh. They beat the Bengals, and they lose the
you can
Patriots.
also argue that Baker is dealing with a shoulder issue, but
Okay,
still.
Matt, you know my philosophy
Regardless
when it
of his
comes to
shoulder
that.
issue,
I
he's
know.
still a bum.
I'm just bringing it out there. He's still dealing with an injury. Not saying he's gonna look incredible when he's not
But
hurt.
even when he did have the shoulder before the shoulder injury, he still wasn't that good at throwing. We all
Yeah,
know.
I
Listen,
agree.
it's funny that the
Also,
Browns.
without like other pieces too, like Kareem Hunt.
Oh
And
yeah. I think just the Browns, like their fan base and like that team is so delusional. It's like we've been bad for 20 years, and now we have a team full of stars,
well,
and we
yeah,
and we
because
should
they've
be good.
never. Oh, if my team was this bad for so many years, and then they started like all of a sudden we're good again, like I would be excited, and like obviously I'd have like that stupid ego.
Yeah,
So I
But
mean, I don't know.
they had a chance almost last year.
Yeah, it was literally they were a
Baker's
game
just a
away from the
bum.
Super
I
Bowl.
watched that game. Baker's a bum. They had
he
They
the
were a
was.
ball
game
fourth
away
quarter,
from the
2
Super
minutes.
Bowl.
All he had to do, I don't. They just should have kept running. I don't know what happened. I just know he just kept on incompletions, and
No,
then he raps.
I would love for somebody like in the comments to put like in the comments how many times Elijah says bum. You know, how many times he calls these quarterbacks
Please
some
do.
bums. That'd be
Please do.
hilarious.
Please
But
do.
listen, this Browns team their season's over in my opinion. I think there's no way they make it to the playoffs. Not when you have the Colts and the Bills like holding that seventh and sixth spot up. Um, but yeah, like yeah, that's all. I think the Lions season. I don't think we got to talk about the Lions.
Well, it's been over. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah, I want to say they ain't coming back. Never.
it's
I'm mad that the Steelers gave him that tie though.
yeah, it's just
It don't look right. It should be 0-10, not 0-9-1.
it's a whole lot of trash up there in Detroit, man. It's just sad just looking
But
at that
Detroit
team
always been bad.
for sure.
Yeah,
I would hate to be a Detroit Lions fan. I would hate that. I know some people that
no.
are, and I'd be like, how? Like, how
Don't the
can you be?
Lions have to play the Packers?
I think you're allowed if you're a Detroit fan, you're allowed to change your team one time and one time only.
I
I
think
feel like you
I
are
think
allowed to.
Lions and Browns, honestly.
No, not Browns.
Not
No,
Browns.
why
No.
not?
I think Detroit, Jacksonville,
The Jets.
and the Jets. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Jets.
That's so disrespectful.
Bro.
I'd be
It's
offended.
like, hey, you can change
Especially
your team one
Jaguars,
time,
really,
pick
too.
any team you
Jaguars,
want.
too? How can you be a Jaguars fan?
Oh, they're terrible. Oh,
I mean, they were nice like 5 years ago,
It was.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Almost beat the
but
Patriots,
then
but you know you can't beat Brady.
yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly. He always at the end of the day he always makes his stance right.
hmm
But gonna move on to the next game, the 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Speaking of the Jags.
Speaking of trash, right?
Speaking of the Jags.
Oh wow,
Speaking of garbage. Listen, 49ers.
Niner.
Woo.
Did
I
Trevor
will
Lawrence
say,
play?
of course he
Yeah,
did.
of course Big Papa played.
Anything you got to say?
About me with me?
Mm-hmm.
Should I be nice? I'm gonna be nice today.
He
I'm gonna be
honestly, he didn't have a TD or a pick.
Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna be nice. He didn't throw a pick.
It's like, I will say this Niners team has been looking really good, but it is embarrassing. Did they have a 14-minute drive or something ridiculous and get a field goal out of it?
Yeah, the first drive of the
That's
game.
awful.
That's garbage.
That's bad.
I mean, they scored. How many plays did they have? They had 23 plays and they got 3 points out of it. So now y'all are exhausted for the rest of the game because you just have that drive, and then then they have to go right back on the field after like a minute and a half later, after Jacksonville punts the ball, and it's just and it's just a whole bunch of trash. No. 49ers have been good ever since George Kittle came back. George Kittle came back and woke up this offense.
Yeah.
They got Deebo Samuel playing running back, which is amazing to me. It is amazing that they have a receiver playing running back. But yeah, no.
Me too.
they're playing good football.
Brandon Ayuk starting to look better.
Yeah, they're playing good football right now, which I think that's what they needed. Jimmy G isn't playing terrible either.
No, he's not.
But Jacksonville, a whole lot of trash. Jacksonville's season's over.
How did James Robinson? Oh God. Besides that touchdown, nothing.
Yeah, no, he was same thing I was just about to say about the team. Trash.
But he's the only bright part.
I just don't. It's sad that they only have two wins, man.
Okay, do you think the Jags could be decent? Like, how many years are you giving them?
Oh, before they're good again?
Yeah, like above 500.
Oh, I think they're not a quarterback. I think they're head coach. They're a head coach and like.
I'm gonna give them 3
years. Yeah, 3. I say the same thing. I say 3 years before they like go 8-9, or like 9-8 or something like that. But I think they're still off for a while. I think next year they're gonna be bad. I think the year after they win 7 games, 6 or 7 games, and then the year after that they'll go 9-8 or 10-7.
Okay.
It's just I think if all that young talent that they have can grow and be good, I think they'll be fine. But if that doesn't happen, then they'll be terrible. Trevor needs to grow up and be a man and take captain of this team. And until he does that, I think they're failing again. But we'll have to just wait and see. Urban Meyer, I don't think Urban Meyer's there for very long.
I don't either.
I think they're trash again next year, and then they cut ties. Or if he's in a bar in Ohio State one more time, they'll be gone away from him. But until then, I think he's gonna be there for a little bit.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm so glad I muted my laptop when y'all was talking, because I accidentally threw my laptop across the room.
What?
Yes. And it made a noise, and I started yelling. So yeah, I'm glad I muted myself. But my bad.
I'm very much proud of you for muting. That's what we need these days. No, but yeah, Jacksonville's 3 years out at least. I think they give Urban 1 more year, and then he's bad, and then they fire Urban. They bring somebody in from the West Coast, and he works out for he helps with Trevor a lot. Or they bring Dabo in.
I think Urban. Look, I've heard that there might be some development issues with the coaching staff and Trevor Lawrence. So it's like, I don't know, man.
I mean, because I think what I read is they're splitting on how they want to develop him, and so
yeah, exactly. Which just sounds really stupid to me.
Yeah, there's other things to argue about, right? And that's one of them that we're gonna do. I mean, just do in college. Give him what he did in college. That will develop him into be a better quarterback. Because right now, whatever they're doing, it's not it.
No.
But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can't talk about trash for too long. Talk about Jacksonville. That's why we don't talk about the Saints for too long, because they're bad too. But yeah, the next game we're gonna talk about the Texans. Shock of the week, probably. Texans and Tennessee Titans. What happened, Matt?
What happened?
What happened? Tannehill looked awful.
Yes, he threw 4 picks. What?
4 picks?
4 picks. Yeah.
Really
4 picks.
Yeah, he threw 4 picks.
I mean, granted, it was raining a lot. It was
that
pouring.
Doesn't matter.
That's like how he played his first game. Played bad.
Yeah. It was raining. No, it wasn't raining.
I mean, this is a weird Tennessee team. I mean, they're still good, and maybe it's just a thing where it's oh, Houston's so bad, we shouldn't worry too much. But literally anything.
I was just about to say that.
Anything can happen.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Luckily, their division is so bad. Besides the Colts, because if this was a series, yes, this is a big loss, but if their record was closer to like 5-5 or something,
That'd be
this
scary.
would have been like even bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I don't
I
think they should worry. It's just like a stupid loss.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
That's all it was.
I
Yeah.
think. I'm sorry. I think, like you just said, it was one of those. Houston's just a terrible. They have one win. We shouldn't wake up for this game. It's gonna be an easy win, and that just didn't happen. Tannehill just threw the ball up and gave it away like it was free money. Like, what are you doing? I think they should run the ball more because that's what the problem was, that Tannehill threw 4 picks. I think if he throws 2 picks, you instantly have to change from, okay, let's stop throwing the ball. Let's run the ball a little bit more, because the passing game obviously wasn't working. But yeah, Tennessee just had an unlucky and an off game, and so hopefully next week they can bounce back. Do I think they'll bounce back? I mean, who does Tennessee have next week?
Patriots, so it's a toss up again.
That's a loss in my opinion. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. The Texans are trash. They just got lucky. Let's be real. There's no reason to really talk about that game. I mean, talk about them as a team. That whole franchise, in my opinion, they don't know what they're doing. So I obviously don't know what they're doing either. But yeah, that's all I got for Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, do we think even without Derrick Henry they can bounce back and be that team they were like a couple weeks ago?
yeah. Are you talking about for the playoffs or just in general?
In general.
Yeah, they can.
So this
Obviously.
This is just an off game in it.
Yeah, it's just a stupid loss. Like Now, if they are in the playoffs and Derrick Henry's not there, yeah, you can start packing up, I think.
Oh yeah.
And even Julio, even though he hasn't been that good, but still.
Julio's a good decoy. That's why they love him so much.
Yes,
you know.
Exactly.
I mean, when you have a name like Julio Jones, you know, that's all the reason to double on that side. But yeah, hopefully Tennessee can bounce back. I think they can, but it'll just be a matter of time before they do or not. Next game we're gonna talk about is the Packers and the Vikings.
So everybody talked about their team.
That was a crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing I can say is, I've been said this to y'all, that like we gonna be 1-1 with them, because every year Vikings give us a run for our money, and it's a division game, so it's not like we played bad. Towards the end,
your defense stayed at home.
Defense collapsed. I know our defense collapsed on us. All we needed was a stop, and that didn't happen.
They collapsed the entire game. They stayed at home.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings defense hasn't been good, so they gave away 31 points. But at the same time, your defense is arguably one of the better ones in the league, and they have the highest playoff aspirations. You shouldn't be losing. You shouldn't be allowing the Vikings to put up 34
but
points.
It's a division game.
I was going to say, granted, it's a division game, but at the same time,
Vikings always give us a tough time. For some reason, we can never like have a game where we just either blow out the Vikings or stop the Vikings, and like it's always close and back to back with Vikings.
If you really, actually, this might be a reach. They could, like, low key, they're kind of similar.
Yep.
Besides like QB and like because like personally me, besides Rodgers, if Rodgers wasn't on the Packers, I'd take the Vikings offense than the Packers offense. That's just me.
Yes, I agree with you.
Defense, obviously Green Bay, Vikings have looked better, but I don't know, man. They're very similar to me. So
we are, and that's the only team that really give us. Well, Bears too, but Bears here and there, but Bears haven't been playing so good, so we don't know.
Yeah.
And we haven't played them yet, but we'll see. But Vikings always been that team, Packers rivals to the max. So that's all it was. So I don't really have too much to say. It was a good game. Rodgers had 4 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins did good too.
And a loss.
It doesn't matter. We still good. We still top 3.
Not if that defense gonna play like that. They're gonna be top 3.
It's just a game. It happens.
I mean, it's just so.
We stopped Seattle, so you know.
Seattle's are bums this
I already
season.
knew.
Seattle's not good though.
Seattle's not good.
I predicted this,
but this is a
Vikings
bad loss though, because it is a divisional game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It is. It's a bad loss on us.
I mean, let's say they split. I mean, let's say Vikings win both, right? But Vikings win both, and somehow we get to week 16 or 17, and their records are close. That's gonna matter in the seeding. So
Yeah, exactly.
I think the Packers are gonna be mad about this loss. I think they should be anyway. Kirk Cousins put this guys in a blender, man. And
Oh yeah, I'm
Justin
disappointed.
Jefferson.
Defense didn't do too good.
Went off on y'all.
He
Jefferson had a great
did.
game.
He did.
Mhm.
He did.
Man,
Defense looked terrible.
you know,
How is I heard Rodgers is having a foot issue.
That is true.
Is that like a big problem? Even though he threw for 4 touchdowns,
I wouldn't say it's a big problem. I mean, he
or
still was
the
running out
absence
the,
of
he still
Aaron
was running
Jones.
out of the he still was running out of the pocket and was making plays. So I
True.
wouldn't say it's a big problem for Rodgers. That's nothing like really major.
What about not having Aaron Jones there?
That's question. That's might be one of the problems, and I say that is because once again, Aaron Jones, he's a good running back, but he's also a good running back on the throw and like catching. He's good on receiving too. So
I mean, you still put up 31 points though. I think that offense is. I think the offense is something you shouldn't be worried. I think your defense is the biggest.
it's never our offense; it's the defense.
Well, I think
Yeah,
Here's the point I'm saying is I think your defense is the one that you should be really afraid of because I mean your offense put up 31 points against a trash Vikings defense. Let's be real, but they couldn't stay in it at all. They couldn't stop Kirk Cousins, which you don't say much. No one says that a lot. You couldn't stop Kirk Cousins. What? Like I don't know,
people are
man.
hating on Kirk Cousins.
So you're saying Kirk Cousins is good?
Yes. You
Yes.
think he's bad?
I don't think Kirk Cousins is a bad QB.
I
I don't think he's bad.
Trash.
I still think he's a top 15. Like
Okay.
he's probably 11 or 12.
Yes,
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I think he's top 15, sure, but I don't think he should be dotting up a defense.
I think he could be better. The only reason he's not better is because he's so inconsistent.
Yes,
That's a fact.
I agree.
But when he's good, he looks amazing. Like he looks really, really good. And when he's awful, he looks like one of the worst QBs in the league.
Yes.
So that's the problem. So, but good. I mean that's just a really good win for Minnesota.
Oh,
And yeah, Green Bay is going to be angry. Trust me.
Who do they play next week? Usually, like we said last week, the good teams always blow out the teams the week after they lose. Guess who Buffalo plays this week?
The Saints.
Yep, it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, who does Green Bay play?
We play the Rams.
Ooh,
And we finally going out bye week.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a fun one.
We need this so we can be in the right mindset for our bye week.
Exactly.
yeah. So that L's gonna come hot and fast to you this week, and then and then the week after you're gonna go to bye and see what happens. But yeah, next game we're gonna move on and talk about is the Ravens and the Bears. This here is a mess.
Lamar was out.
Yes, but the Bears, I don't like. They should have won this game. They should have had this game wrapped up, but no.
Who we playing? Nagy?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you have to. No,
What?
I'm kidding. Yeah, and also Fields getting hurt sucks.
I mean, Dalton came in and didn't look terrible.
Yeah, Dalton. No, he didn't.
I know he didn't look
Dalton
terrible.
is still Andy Dalton now. He ain't the best quarterback.
But he played really well though. He passed for 201 and 2 tubs. Like he got the job done.
I will say Fields. I mean, he's still a rookie, but there were some plays that were a little questionable.
Agreed.
He could have done.
This
Their
Freddie-
O-line's still horrible. I don't know. It's just weird.
I think he
This is
still
a
has
weird
to. I think he still has to realize that he's playing in the NFL and that he has to make smart decisions and not just throw the ball. I mean, or the main one for these young quarterbacks, the ones that love leaving the pocket, is sliding. A lot of these guys don't slide, and they just take these big hits, and it's gonna hurt them for the rest of their life. But
It's weird though. The Bears, they look good against Pittsburgh.
yeah,
Or Fields did. Sorry. Fields looked really good against Pittsburgh. Now, yeah, maybe it is Matt Nagy's fault, and that's probably what it is. So I wonder if they do fire him soon. I mean, I wonder if Fields will be better or worse without him. So
I think they'll be better. I think right now
I
that
think so too.
there are what's it called? There are probably people in that front office and people on the coaching staff who are like, I'm so over him and he needs to quit
Yeah.
and stuff. But we'll have to wait
He
and see
might
what
part ways
happens.
with him. We'll see.
I feel like this is bold, but if they lose to Detroit, I think he's out.
Oh, 100%.
What's so funny is I'm reading this thing on NFL.com and they asked during the interview, they asked I think they asked Matt about his future or whatever, and that like if they lose against Detroit in the in this game, that he'll be gone, and he was like, no, this is not accurate. So I think we'll have to wait and see.
Well, he probably has to say that.
Well, duh, of course.
Well, I got something to say. Speaking
Hold
about, oh, you got something to say?
Yeah. Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
if they fire Matt, is he gonna be head coach anywhere else?
I could see him being an offensive coordinator again, right? Is he an
Yeah.
offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
I mean, he won a Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
But I mean, things change. So yeah, maybe he could be like an offensive coordinator somewhere, but I don't really know.
I wouldn't want that garbage. He might come to Carolina. You never know what happens here.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with
That'd
Joe
be
Brady.
funny if you do.
That would make me
I don't know how
laugh.
I would feel. I don't know how I would feel.
I know exactly how you feel. You'd be so mad. You get on here and lose your mind the week after. Yeah,
Okay.
but
What about the
Oh my god. Okay,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say no, go ahead.
No, it's not about football. That's why. Speaking of coaches, we got rid of Ollie and we won. By the way, Davion.
Whatever. This is not even
Michael
football.
Carrick. So just say that. So let's just talk about that. Getting rid of coaches helps a lot. Now back on football.
Is there anything to say about Baltimore?
Nah.
I got a question about Baltimore. Are what's so funny is that I've been saying that I don't think Baltimore's that team. Is Baltimore that team? Can they go far in the playoffs?
Maybe.
They've been one of those teams. They've been one of those quiet. They've been one of those more quiet and conservative, and not really. Not much is being said about them, and they're not being talked about much. Lamar being hurt this week, and not hurt, but sick this week. Like what's going on with the Ravens?
So who would they play in the playoffs
right now?
if it ended? Yes,
they would play. They play 6. The Chargers.
I mean, no.
No, they played the Bills. You're right.
Yeah, Bills.
Damn.
Exactly.
And they might get eliminated.
So I don't think Baltimore is bad, but like I think the Chiefs are better. I think the Bills are better.
Mm-hmm.
New England maybe. I'm gonna wait a little more, but that's probably it right now for the AFC. But like, there's still a good team. Like, they're still gonna win the division.
Yeah.
And but
I mean, unless do they play the Bengals for the rest of the season?
Unless Cincinnati sneaks in because they beat them the first time.
Let me see. So they play. Okay, so the Ravens have Browns, Steelers, Browns, Packers, Bengals, Rams, Steelers. Holy smokes!
God, that's hard.
So they'll lose. I think they'll lose to the Packers. They'll lose to the Rams. They'll lose to Cincinnati as well. That's my pick. I think they'll split with both Pittsburgh and the Browns twice. So they'll win 5. So they'll lose 5 out of their last 7. Wow.
I think they'll lose 2.
They'll lose 2?
I think they'll lose the Green Bay and the Rams.
You think they'll win all the other 5 division games?
Mm-hmm. Maybe they split with
I almost said you want to bet,
Maybe
Matt?
with Pittsburgh and like the Bengals, but like that's it.
They beat the
They
Browns
could beat
twice.
the Browns. Yes, they can beat the Browns twice. Depending if Kareem Hunt's back, then that changes a lot. But I don't know. I think this Baltimore team can beat the Browns twice and potentially beat the Steelers twice. But I think that's gonna split.
Man,
So
I mean, listen. Ooh, I think the Ravens have one of the hardest, final 7 I've seen all season, just because there's division games, and then they have Packers and the Rams, 2 powerhouses in the NFC. So I think they have to win those games. If they lose those games, then it shows that they're not playoff ready. So hey man, it'll be interesting to see what happens with them though. But yeah, the next game we're gonna move on and talk about are the Bengals and the Raiders.
let's see. Oh, that was a blowout. I didn't watch this game at all.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, Matt said Raiders.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm an idiot.
Whole lot of. I don't understand why y'all picked the Raiders whenever their season's over. They're all ready to get home. It's over.
But the Bengals was looking bad too as well.
No, whatever.
They were.
They had 2 bad games. They had 2 bad
Bengals
games.
was looking bad.
Joe Burrow's, that's my boy. I like me some Joe. I think Joe. I think the Bengals look back to their old ways. I think the Raiders, their season's over, and it's just been a hard time for them to do anything, and so I think their season's over. Joe Burrow went 20 for 29, 148 yards, 1 tub. Mixon went for 123 with 2 2 tubs as well. So it's a good time, man. It's a good time up in the Bengals. Burrow fumbled on like the first play though. Like one of the on the first drive, so that sucked.
Yeah, but the Raiders didn't even score off of it, or they did. They got a field goal, but still.
But after that, they scored 10 points for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
That's garbage. I think they need. I do think Cincinnati needs to get their passing offense better. I mean, I know Joe Mixon ran the ball 30 times, but they got to pass the ball a little bit better, clean it up a little bit more.
Jamar Chase has been a little quiet recently. But
Yeah,
I think they'll figure it out.
I would hope so. It's a matter of time before that team fully realizes okay, playoff. I mean, because when was the last time the Bengals went to the playoffs? Back when they had Andy Dalton, 5 years ago?
That was when Antonio Brown got the concussion.
Yeah, and so I think
that like 2015, 2016, or maybe.
That's the day Antonio Brown lost his mind. And turned into an absolute.
It was 2015 when they made it.
It was 2015. Okay.
Yeah.
But hey, man, are the Bengals a team that you should watch out for, or are they just no? Or
no? I'll say they get the first round.
They could be a sneaky wild card team. Like they're in that Chargers range.
Wait, you think who's better, the Chargers or the Bengals?
Chargers.
Chargers.
Don't be disrespectful, Matt. Come on now.
How am I being disrespectful? I'm just trying to see the team overall. Chargers have a much better offense, or not much better, but a better offense. And then their defenses are pretty similar. So I give the Chargers the slight edge.
Yeah.
Agree.
You know how I feel about the Chargers. It's fine.
Yeah, you love that quarterback over there.
All right, don't do too much.
Nice.
You can't wait to speak on him because he actually did good. Yeah. So I can't really talk.
You can't trash much about the kid, man. He just does his job to the best.
Hey, to his game, I'll tell you. I ain't gonna lie, that was my first time watching Justin play, and I got some good,
Hey, man.
He's nice.
That's that guy. But yeah, next game we're gonna talk about is the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
I should have said the Cardinals. Oh my lord.
Y'all said Seahawks?
No,
yes,
we did.
Matt both said Seahawks.
Y'all are idiots.
Look.
And they was home once. I thought they had a little chance. Then
they had Russ back,
and they out. So I'm like, okay, maybe Russell will probably put it. No,
No.
I was wrong.
How many times did Russ get sacked?
He fumbled twice and got sacked 4 times.
Jesus.
That's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And Colt
The
McCoy.
O-line is bad though. You can't blame Russ. They just.
It's not his fault.
Team is terrible in general.
Yeah.
I heard that in your from you, man. It's not his
Oh, I know.
fault. Don't blame
It's
him.
not though. Like I like Russ. Like I don't like Seattle, but I like Russ. Like I think he's like a good guy and he's like just a great player. But it's
yes,
like
100%.
Agreed.
I will say maybe they move on. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, maybe they should move on from Pete Carroll. But I don't know, man. Because what did their defense give up?
Who?
413 yards. Oh my God. That's awful.
A lot of possession too.
That's terrible,
That's like
man.
40
That's
minutes
like
of
Madden.
possession.
Oh my gosh, look at the
Seahawks barely had
possession.
ball.
That's
Seahawks barely had
awful.
the ball.
Had the ball for
Seahawks
20
only had
minutes.
19 to they 40.
That's poor, man.
That's real poor.
50% third down efficiency.
I don't know
Oh
what they're
my
doing.
God.
It's a mess, man. Like I said at the beginning of the year,
You're gonna say
Seattle.
this all the time.
I am because I've never
Wow.
called something so perfect. They are
For the
so
first
bad.
time.
They're so bad.
Yeah, I agree with you, Davion. I thought they were going to be the worst in the division too.
They could stink it up enough, be worse than the dang on Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy,
It's looking worse than the worst teams.
Yeah,
man.
and it's weird because
Yeah.
weren't they in the
It is
playoffs
weird.
last year?
You have a high-powered offense with Tyler Lockett, Russell Wilson,
Seahawks last year was
Metcalf.
Metcalf. We had to say that name one time, Metcalf. And they put up 13 points in the playoff? I mean, in this game, really?
Yep.
Come on, man. They have to
Seahawks
be better.
last year was 12-4.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
They might be 4-12 this year.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 4-13.
Oh
We
yeah,
got
you're right.
17 weeks this year. That's gonna be weird.
Man, I can't believe the card. This don't look right. Seeing the Seahawks look so bad though.
Well, it does to
I
me.
knew they wasn't going to be like
Well,
number 1 or number 2 in a division, or number 3. But
I thought they would get
not
like 8
this.
wins. I didn't think they were going to be awful. I didn't think they were going to be
Exactly.
one of the worst teams in the league.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, like it's fun. It's funny that they are this bad though.
Yeah.
Granted, their defense isn't playing well, but you still have notable names on that defense, like Bobby Wagner, Jamal
Adams, I guess.
What? What are we doing? You can't be that bad.
They're in 15th place, pretty much last place in the NFC.
Yeah.
That's bad.
They're stinking it
Giants
up.
and Bears is ahead of them.
Imagine being on the same level as the Giants and the Bears.
That's bad.
Well,
Are they the worst team in the NFC?
No, the Lions are.
No,
They're
it's the
15th.
Lions.
Oh, that's right.
15th.
They up there though.
They're 15th, yo. The
Hmm.
Bears
The
are
team
better
is
than
bad,
the
especially the
Atlanta. Atlanta is better than this team.
Atlanta's
Yeah,
better.
Atlanta's ahead of them too.
Man,
I thought Atlanta was going to be worse than.
I'd roll over in my grave.
Y'all
Saints are
don't
gonna
look
be
like
down
the
there too, though.
Seahawks all the way down there though.
You
Yeah.
might. What about the Cardinals?
All right,
What
don't
do you
say
think
that,
about the
Cardinals
Hey.
the number 1 spot.
I heard what you said. Cardinals.
Actually,
Right.
let's say this. How far do they make it in the playoffs?
Who,
Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
We got a
I give
first
them
round bye.
second round. I give them second round.
Who would they play? Look up who would they play.
Okay.
Let's say.
Let me see. So they right now would play.
The Saints.
No. Yes. No.
Oh,
it's if the Saints were to get out of that round. They would play.
Saints or Minnesota?
It's between the Vikings and the Saints.
Yeah. You're right.
Just the wild card team?
It's a
Oh yeah,
tie.
they would
Wild
win
card
those.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
They would
Okay.
win.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah. They would beat the Saints though.
That's what I said. The second round. They made the
No,
second round.
I feel like the way Matt says they'll beat the Saints just hurts my heart. Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
They are though. That shouldn't hurt your
Yeah,
heart.
the Saints aren't good.
Not at all. Honestly, just don't make it to the playoffs. I just feel like we should just stay home. Let's get the better draft pick.
It's gonna slowly come up on us. So
Yeah. What, we're week 12 now?
yep.
We got 8 more weeks? That's
Yep.
nuts. That is absolutely insane. But
They're six.
I mean, I'm happy to see that the Cardinals could win without Kyler. That's a plus. Because it showed that their team still still
they
has
also
some in their
got a really
tank.
bad Seahawks team too. So
I mean, okay. They lost. They're without their number one quarterback and their number one
The number one receiver.
You got to give them some credit. I do give them some credit.
Especially for that
Freddie, but they
blowout
lost to the Panthers.
against Carolina.
No offense
Yeah,
to the
That's
Panthers.
that's a
after
huge
Carolina,
No offense to the
yeah.
comeback
Panthers,
win.
but still.
What happened?
Mhm.
So they lost to the Panthers. No offense to the Panthers, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like you can't be considered the best team in the league, like one of the best teams in the
You
league,
get
and
blown
lose a
out
game
at
like that.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I do think the Cardinals could win out of I mean, because they're gonna have the first round bye. I think they'll win that second round. Third round will probably give them some trouble.
I have them. I think they can beat the Rams, but they're not going to beat Green Bay if they have to face Green Bay
Yeah, no.
or Tampa Bay. Ooh, I don't know.
I think they can beat Tampa Bay.
That'll be. Yeah, because I don't think Tampa Bay's. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see though. But gotta move on and talk about Cowboys and the Chiefs. One of the games of the week.
That was not one of the games of the week.
I'll go first. I mean, on paper though. I mean, you have Dallas who are.
That was the game of the week. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Dallas are
It was, but it didn't look like,
7-3.
especially
Chiefs
from
are
the Panthers
7-4.
Cowboys.
See, Chiefs are 7-4. What are you talking about? You have game of the week. You know, your game wasn't game of the week. Y'all lost.
Like I said, the same thing for y'all.
We're not good. We're not good. But anyway, you know what I realized? Going over my notes for this week, Dallas didn't score a single touchdown. Not a single one.
The Chiefs' defense really improved these past couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were over being called trash for the entire time, and they were like, okay, so let's not do this anymore. Let's not look this bad on national TV.
Yeah,
but that offense, what happened to Dallas's offense?
So
Cooper was out, yes.
Yeah, Cooper was out.
CeeDee Lamb also got hurt.
Exactly,
Okay.
he got out too.
So they have Michael Gallup and Cedric Wilson. Zeke was banged up, but he was fine. He's healthy. The O-line didn't look good.
You know, y'all trashed me. Y'all trashed me whenever I said like Zeke's a bum. Where is Zeke now?
Not a bum.
Where is he now?
He's not a bum dog.
Whatever.
He was hurt.
Oh,
and
whatever.
They had to throw the ball half the time. He's not a pass catcher, really.
Exactly.
All I hear is excuses for Zeke.
Okay.
All I hear is
excuses. Like washed up and bummed so
No,
quick.
I don't. I just listen. I call. He is washed up.
Oh man.
And what happened to Dallas's defense as well?
They need to be like concerned. I know they're 7-3, but man, if they can't beat, like the Chiefs are good, man, but it's like if they make the playoffs and they go up against like one of those other, they're gonna go up against one of those really good teams. They might be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think Dallas will be able to beat. I don't know, one of those harder teams.
I don't think they can beat any of those teams.
I don't think they can beat the Rams. I don't think
making it out the NFC Championship.
I think. Wait, say that again.
So they're not even a top contender making it out of the NFC Championship.
The only team I could potentially see him beating is the Bucs.
Dallas?
Yes, in the playoffs.
Who do we think can come out? Who do you think who's gonna come out of the NFC?
I got my two predictions.
Green Bay or the Rams, right?
Yep.
There's gonna be one of those two. If not,
Arizona.
Throw in Tampa.
I don't think Tampa has that, man.
No, you know what? Actually, you know who I think could sneak and take it? Maybe the Cardinals.
I was going to say, I mean, Tampa, because you can't count out Brady no matter what.
Yeah,
You're right.
In postseason, Brady is a different breed.
Yeah, exactly. That he's on another level of
And
everybody.
for some reason, his whole team get it together, and I guarantee you the defensive click.
Yeah.
Offense too.
I could see. Yeah, those four: Rams, Cardinals, Bucks, Packers. One of those
Do
four.
we think the Chiefs are back to their winning ways and like can come out of the
Yes.
AFC?
If they
Yes.
keep it up, yeah.
My prediction's
And I
stupid.
know I was saying that the Chiefs wasn't,
Yeah, you were calling
I
them
said they
bums a
weren't
couple
making the
weeks ago.
playoffs.
but
Yeah,
if
y'all,
they,
you did say
yeah,
that,
we
Matt.
said
Now
we
look
were
at
waiting
them.
for the playoffs, but they improved a lot, so they proved me wrong. So yeah,
That's a good thing.
I was wrong.
Oh, say that one more time for me. I gotta record this.
Next game,
No, all right. Before we move on, though, yeah, I do think the Chiefs' defense have stepped up big time. And I think if they didn't step up big time, then there would have been a problem. But yeah, I mean, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about this Chiefs team, and they were last, and they were last in the division. But now they're number one again, and so it just shows little patience, and resilience can win you some football games and move you back into fourth place.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, we can move on from this game and talk about the Steelers and the Chargers.
the funniest game I ever witnessed.
That was nuts.
That was
a
a
good game.
funny game. Listen, so first time seeing Justin Herbert play, and I gotta just say, he made the Steelers look terrible. My man almost had 100 rushing yards. That's a QB. Just out there running on the Steelers. I was so surprised. Hey, he could throw. He could throw now. He was throwing dots.
It was never a problem for me. I always knew that,
So
Same. Herbert's a beast.
I was really impressed on my first impression.
He's from up there where you at, aren't he? Isn't he, Matt?
Yeah, he goes to U of O. He went to U of O.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? Well, not funny. I think the Steelers. I'm gonna talk about the Steelers first. Oh, surprisingly, I think the Steelers, they need to get Najee involved more. Like they need to run. They can't be running the ball 12 times. There's no way you have that type of running back and you run the ball 12 times only. I think you need to run the ball 20. I think you need to run that ball 20 to 30 times.
If they stop
Big Ben threw it 44. Yeah, Big Ben threw it 44 times.
I think he dominates that offensive coordinator into making him throw the ball because what are you doing? You see it's not working, and you still continue to do it.
That man cannot throw.
Like that was at the entire first half. That's what the problem was.
If I was a Steelers fan, I would be scared watching him play because how he be just throwing that ball.
He doesn't care. He put the ball.
Technically, he had a good game. Technically,
that's what I said. He had a good game. It's not like he didn't, but still, that last for 2 minutes left, and I said, yeah, he's not gonna pull a Rodgers, and what he did, that man just.
Rodgers didn't even pull a Rodgers this week. What are you talking about?
Rodgers did pull a Rodgers. What are you talking about?
No, they lost.
Oh my Lord, are you dumb? Did you watch the game, my boy? We was down. Rodgers got the touchdown. Our defense collapsed. That's how we lost. We did not lose because of Rodgers.
He's right. The Vikings had the ball.
Like I was saying,
making him mad.
Big Ben got sacked 2 times through an incompletion, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what.
All right. So what about Pittsburgh? Anything else about Pittsburgh?
No, they just.
I think Pittsburgh's season's over.
K-on, your team is sorry.
But
you're my boy and everything, but
let's talk about the Chargers, man. Let's talk about the
Chargers. Yes.
I think the Chargers defense really needs to understand. Like I don't know what they're doing. Granted, one of those touchdowns were in short field position, but they let this Pittsburgh offense let's just be real, they're terrible. Put 37 on them. Like that's not okay. If they want to if they want to win the playoffs or like win in the playoffs, they can't allow that defense that offense to put 37 on them. For one,
and almost had them win the game too.
Huh?
I said, and made Steelers almost win the game.
Yeah, I mean, Herbert looked good. He was 30 for 41, 382, 3 tubs, 1 pick. Like you said, 90 rushing yards. Like he looked like a complete quarterback.
He looks
Austin Eckler
good.
looked good as well. 11 carries, 50 yards, 2 tubs. Like that offense looked really good.
I got
And
another comment too for
well,
Justin.
well, they even got Mike Williams involved, which they've been
Mhm.
failing to do that all season.
Mhm.
With 57 yards, 1 touchdown. Keenan Allen 112 yards, no touchdowns. Austin Eckler with six catches, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like he had 4 touchdowns in total this year. Like he played well as well this week, and so you have to really look at this offense, and this offense is clicking on all cylinders. Like I watched his majority of this game, and he was just dotting that team up. Like he just dotted that Steelers defense up, and he's so smart making reads at such a young age as a
I
quarterback.
want to point out for him being a young age, we need more QBs like him that know how to keep their composure. I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
he
I
is
like
one.
that about him.
I think him and
He
Mac
don't he
Jones
don't
as well.
panic. He has a straight face. He's ready to go. Got the game plan.
I think he understands that, like, it's gonna come to him, and when it does, he's gonna be on. And he was on the entire game. That pick that he threw was a rough one. It was just batted in the air, and they came down
It
with
just
it.
got
But
blocked. That's all.
yeah,
It was a
it was
block.
just one of those rough ones where it's like you can't really get that back. But
Mhm.
but yeah, man, I think the Chargers can. I don't know. I think the Chargers, excuse me, are like a year away from making it. Like being
Like
good.
a
I think
playoff team?
their defense still needs to figure out what they're doing before that happens. But if the Chargers offense plays like this, I think defenses are going to be really scared in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on the Chargers. I mean,
Yeah, I don't got nothing else to say.
I don't have anything else either.
yeah, well, we'll move on to the last game of the week, which is probably, in my opinion, one of the most boring games of the week. We have the Giants and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm over talking about Tom Brady, y'all. I'm generally just am. They played a terrible Giants team last night on Monday Night Football. Daniel Jones he's just having a rough time right now, man. 20
Mhm.
like he threw 2 picks, just not it for him. But Brady, man, 30 of 46, 307, 2 tubs and a pick. Like, looked decent. He looked decent. Yeah. That's all I got for that game. But it's just are Tampa Bay good enough to still like have a question mark on them? Like, do we think Tampa Bay can still do it?
I think they can.
They can. The reason why I'm like 50-50 is because, it's still regular season. It doesn't mean nothing. And like the same thing kind of happened last year with the Bucks. They really didn't do too good, but like postseason came and they just looked at a whole different team and they was undefeated too. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I think their defense, man, is the biggest question mark for them.
Yeah.
They looked a lot better though.
They played the Giants. Come on, Matt.
Yeah, but like if you look on paper, that Giants offense shouldn't be this bad.
Oh, 100%.
That's true.
Daniel Jones, Saquon, Tony, Galladay.
Yeah.
Is it like Sterling Shepard, even though he was out, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, and like their defense isn't horrible that bad either. But it's just like, I don't know, man. They're just a weird franchise. They just always suck.
Yeah.
Giants was never. I would never listen.
Here we go.
Listen. Giants might be bad now, but they would still be that team that will stay in my heart because they beat Brady twice. I'm done.
They stay in your. I would never put the Giants in my heart.
I don't give a damn about the Giants.
I'm from New York. I'm gonna claim New York. So yeah.
Okay.
Did I say that all out?
Anyway, to the Saints though.
Oh, here we go. Hey, I want no smoke right now.
All right.
I want no smoke.
Yeah. I think that's it for this week, right?
Yeah, man. We're gonna move. Hey, Elijah, you have our records for this week, don't you?
Man, it's not looking too good.
Oh, who did? Hold on. That sounds like Davion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Number 1. That sounds like.
No.
Say it, please. Please, if you
so
may, my sir.
predictions for this week is it's a tie. between me and Davion.
Somebody's lying, man. This can't be working. No. There's some fraudulent things going on. Fraudulent.
No, I was ahead of you by like 5 games, and I lost
Bruh.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost 7 games, so that's how you caught up.
I think there's some frauds in here. Somebody needs. I'm gonna.
Nah.
You know what? Go ahead. Just say it. I'm sorry.
I screenshot every time.
No, go ahead. You got it. I'm not gonna
Anyway,
argue with you about it.
It's a tie. 70-46 won. Me and Davion. Second place is Matt. 67-49 won. And then Freddie, still being Freddie. 59-53-3.
Dang, Freddie's a little bit above 500 right now.
Wait, how many wins do you guys have? 74?
No, 70.
Oh, so I'm actually closer than I thought.
Were you a game behind Matt? Where's Matt at?
Three games.
Three.
67-49.
Okay.
You know, next year we can make a bet off this. How about that? That'd be great. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. Yeah.
I can
Next
tell you.
year-
I can name the games people lost.
It's
Matt
fine.
lost- No, I'm naming them.
I want to hear it.
Prediction. All right, Matt, Saints, Panthers, Bills, Titans, Packers, Raiders, Seahawks. Freddie did good this week. Freddie only lost 5 games. Bears, Packers, Bills, Panthers, Packers. Damn, what the fuck? He lost 4, my bad. I don't know why I said Packers 4 times. Yeah, I was right. And then Davion, Saints, Panthers, Bills, Titans, Packers. Same thing from.
And that's it? Wow. That's pretty
And
good.
then me, Saints, Bills, Titans, Packers, Raiders, Seahawks, Cowboys.
Wow, you stunk it up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fumbled the bag. That's how you caught up.
Fumbled. Listen, I feel like there's some fraudulent abilities
It's
going
nothing
on right
fraudulent over here with
now.
me.
You might be right.
Sorry. I don't do that fraudulent stuff.
But
Okay.
this week, week 12, man, we're moving into these teams have bye weeks.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving week.
3 games.
Cardinals and the Chiefs are on a bye week this week, so they don't have to deal with the stress. But Thanksgiving Day we have Bears, Lions.
Bears.
Give me Detroit.
Hey, tell them to bring me my money. I got Detroit.
First win of the
Y'all
year.
just want Matt Nagy out of the office.
Yeah, pretty much. I got Detroit though. Second game, Raiders, Dallas. That's a terrible game.
I got Cowboys.
Ooh.
I got
yeah, Dallas. Even without a Cooper or CeeDee Lamb, I think they'll be good.
Cooper should be back. He was on COVID leave.
Mhm.
No, he's not gonna, because it's a short week. They said he's not gonna play.
Yeah.
Oh, that is right. If it was a Sunday, that's right.
Next game, Bills Saints. I will be an honorary Bills fan on Thursday.
Buffalo.
Yeah, my Saints. I don't want to talk about it. Next game, Buccaneers Colts for Sunday.
Ooh.
Got the Colts.
I got the Colts as well.
I'm gonna go the Bucks.
That's gonna be the one Matt overtakes us in. Jets,
2
Texans.
teams.
Jets, Texans.
So who gonna get their
That's-
third win?
Are we even gonna talk about that next week?
That's
gonna
a
be
good-
the fastest. That's gonna be the
Who
fastest
gonna get
segment.
the third win at least? What do y'all think?
Jets,
Trash.
Texans.
I say Texans get their third win.
Give me the Jets.
Okay. Wow. Hold
Oh,
on.
Matt might overtake us.
All right.
Zach Wilson's back.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Give me the
I think-
Texans. Yeah.
Okay.
Next game, Eagles Giants.
Eagles.
Eagles. Eagles. I got the Eagles as well. Elijah,
What do you got?
Utah, so I say Eagles.
Okay.
bro, I hate that. That shouldn't provoke. I'm gonna say my picks last now. But Panthers, Dallas.
You mean
Panthers,
Panthers,
Dallas?
Miami?
You mean Dolphins?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I saw D.
I got
and I
Panthers.
just said Dallas. Yeah, Dolphins.
I
and
got
the Carolina Panthers.
Panthers, but I swear to God,
I got Panthers.
one more loss, bro.
I got
Oh,
Carolina
To the
as well.
Dolphins. Oh,
Man, if
okay.
y'all lose to the Dolphins, I'm going. Man, if next week I'm not gonna stop laughing. You're gonna be mad
I don't even
next
know
week.
anymore.
Yeah. But the Tennessee Titans and the
I don't know about y'all.
Patriots.
But I'm getting that Patriots. I'm on the Patriots. 6-game win streak.
I'm smoking on that Patriot pack next week. Give me the Patriots.
Where's the game?
It's in New England.
Okay, yeah, New England, please.
Steelers, Bengals. Bengals.
Ooh.
I got Bengals.
I should have waited. Oh,
I'll go Pittsburgh.
wow. Why?
I get
It's a
Steelers.
division game.
Listen. What time is that game for one?
It's a
we're
1
not
o'clock
gonna
game.
Yeah, I was about to say we're not gonna be able to watch it at your house. Never mind.
No, we'll
I
watch
was about to say if it's at chaos, I got chaos. I got Steelers.
we got a good game on Sunday night. But yeah, Bengals and the Steelers will be at 1 o'clock on Sunday. I got the Bengals.
Yeah.
And you got the Steelers, Matt?
Yes.
All right. Atlanta, Jacksonville.
Atlanta. At least Matt Ryan will show up this game. At least.
How's I got Jacksonville.
I low key. I'm gonna go Jacksonville too.
Let me tell
I
you.
got Jacksonville.
No,
No.
I'm so sick.
No, you're sticking with Atlanta.
I got Falcons.
You know why? Because Jacksonville has a decent pass rush and they can't stop Matt Ryan. You tried to cheat just now, Matt. You saw what happened?
I'm not trying to cheat. I could change my prediction. The game didn't start.
No, bro.
No. We should have a rule. It has to be set in stone, right?
No. I said this, and then y'all were like,
"No, man."
Okay, I only said that. I only brought this up because it was like the whole Rodgers COVID situation was what was stupid, but that shouldn't matter anymore.
Okay, let me say something. Starting today, after you say it on the podcast, it's set in stone. You can't change it.
Yes, that's fair.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, boy, I wish Freddie was here.
Okay.
He's cheating.
So
He's
it could be a tie.
If you ain't, listen, he's trying to cheat, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so yeah, Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville.
I got Jacksonville as well. He got Atlanta.
I got Falcons.
Chargers, Broncos, Chargers. It's a division game.
Chargers.
I got Chargers as well, though. Green Bay and the Rams.
I'm sticking with my Packers.
Damn, man.
Rams. Give me my Rams.
This is gonna be good. You want to bet money?
You want to put bread up?
You can
That's
put
a
bread
great
up.
game.
Let's put 10 up.
You can put 10.
All right.
10? Give me the Rams. All
right.
I got Packers, so I'm the only Packers. Cool.
I think the Packers could win this, but I got the Rams.
Yeah, that's a toss up there.
Actually, can we do it for 5? Let's do 5.
Hey, Matt don't know, but we the losing squad.
Hey, I don't want to talk about it. No, that's not talking about it on the podcast. No. Next game, Vikings and the 49ers. Oh,
who?
Vikings
Who
and the
is it?
49ers.
That's a good one too.
I'll say my pick last again.
Give me Minnesota.
Elijah?
Yeah.
I know you was gonna say my name. Relax. Hold on. I'm thinking.
You trying to think about what I would go with?
Yeah, give me Minnesota. That's tough.
I will say Vikings because of their offense.
But the Niners looked really good too.
Yeah, they've been looking really good on defense as well.
Kyle
But
Shanahan's offense has been pretty good.
I feel like
Any day now.
Vikings have a better offense. I said Vikings for one, but I
You
think
said
Vikings
Vikings?
have a better offense. Yeah, they have a better offense than 49ers.
I got the 49ers.
Okay.
And the next Sunday Night Football at my house is going to be Browns and the Ravens.
Oh, that is a good game.
I have the Ravens.
Yeah, Baltimore.
I got Ravens too.
Then Monday Night Football. Oh, gosh. Seattle.
I got
and
Washington.
I got Washington as well.
I got Washington too.
Seattle.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I never thought. Hey, we should have texted Freddie and tell him to send us his
Yeah,
picks.
by the way, he sent his late, so that's why he didn't get the Patriots win.
I think we could have gave him that one. I think we all know he would have picked the Patriots.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you give him that one. You know, let's be nice to the
So if I give him
last
that,
place.
I mean, he got 60 wins. He finally hit the 60s.
Oh man, but yeah, man. If you made it this far in the podcast, thanks for listening this far. It's been a good one. Cracking at about an hour and 45 minutes. Thank y'all for joining Matt and Elijah. Really appreciate y'all giving me some time out of y'all day to record and talk about some football.
Anytime.
Yeah, man. We're at week 12 now. It's
flying, man.
It is flying, but it's getting
like
scary
this.
down to the wire, man. Seeing who's gonna win, man. I am not looking forward to the Saints not winning. That's not a fun time.
But yeah, man. I have been your host, Davion,
I've been Eli.
And I'm Matt.
and this has been the post game.